How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Vinyl Addict. This is Chili, and today I'm going to talk about soundtracks. I have a pick of a review of a soundtrack that I want to share with you guys, and that soundtrack is Boogie Nights. Now, this came out in 1997, this film, and the filmmaker is Paul Thomas Anderson, and this is one of his first films, and it's set in the 70s, like 1977 to early 80s. So the music around that time is in this film, in this soundtrack, and comprised of like one-hit wonders. We got like Marvin Gaye, Got to Give It Up, E.L.O. is in here, Ain't No Stopping Us Now, McFadden and Whitehead, Emotions, Best of My Love is the first track that's on here. And this movie is a drama or drama comedy, and it's a kind of an epic film. It talks about the porn industry in the 70s, and Mark Wahlberg, who's the star, plays Dirk Digler, and his character is based on real-life porn star John Holmes. And so John Holmes, I guess, was the king of this industry as far as the actor goes. And so this is where they kind of based it on his life. And so he's somebody who's just a kid who's like 18 and kind of runs away from home, and just is looking to do something with his life. And Burt Reynolds plays this film director who does these movies, these porn movies, and he was really the king of all directors, and he discovers him. And so from there, he takes him under his wing, and they make all these incredible movies, and he kind of rises to the top. So in this film, there's a whole cast of people, everyone from Philip Seymour Hoffman to William Macy, who he has a little co-starring role, and he was like kind of like this one of the first films we've seen him in. Now he's famous for Shameless, and so there's a lot of actors like that. There's John Riley in this film, who plays another porn star, and of course he went on to be in the film Walk Hard and Step Brothers and those things. But this was one of the first films he was shown in and that we got to see. Now, the movie is very detailed as far as the 70s go. Up to the furniture, the clothing, the cars, and they did a really good job with this. And same with the music. So that brings us to the music, because the music is as far as like disco and up to the early 80s music. They have these songs that are just from that period of 1981, 82. We have songs like Night Ranger, Sister Christian, and Driver's Seat by, I forgot what the name of the band is, but that is in Volume 2 of the soundtrack. And Volume 2 is not on vinyl, which is a shame. This is just Volume 1, and included in here is songs that Mark Wahlberg sings as his character, Dirk Digler, because in the film, he also tries to do this singing career. And it's a funny song called The Touch, and this is in the film where he is no longer, to spoil it for anybody who hasn't seen this film yet, but of course he gets out of the porn industry. They don't want him anymore, and so he tries to do singing, and he has a drug problem, and it's just, you know, it's a crazy kind of situation that him and John Riley get into, because they're both in the drugs and they're all trying to make an album and thinking that they're gonna be like big rock stars. And it's this song that they're doing in here is on this album, and along with that, there's original songs on here. So the theme song which is done by Michael Penn, and so there's just one theme song which he does, and the rest is just classic rock and classic disco. Now, the one good thing about what Paul Thomas Anderson has done is put certain songs in key moments in the film, which, you know, kind of just takes the viewer on a journey, and or keeps them held hostage, you know, that you for some really kind of intense scenes. You know, people like Quentin Tarantino has done this. I can't not think about Steelers Wheel song, Stuck in the Middle with You, without thinking of, you know, Michael Madsen as Mr. Blonde in Reservoir Dogs, you know, torturing his hostage with, you know, cutting his ear off, you know. And there's some scenes like that in this film with, or I mentioned earlier, Night Ranger, where at the end of near the end of the film, Mark Wahlberg, John Riley, and I believe it's Thomas Jane, who played, he was a Punisher. They go to a drug dealer's house and try to rob him, you know, and that drug dealer is played by Alfred Molina, who we know as Doc Ock. But in this film, he's a drug dealer, and he's just all spun out on drugs, and, you know, he invites him into his house, and, you know, he just thinks, hey, let's just party, and he's playing these mixtapes that he makes, you know, because he gets all, you know, tweaked out, and you know, does a lot of blow, smokes a lot of crack, and just like makes all these mixtapes. And in this scene, you know, you hear like Jesse's Girl by Rick Springfield, and it fades out, and it goes into, no, actually it starts off with Sister Christian, and then it fades out and goes into the Rick Springfield song, and they're just tweaking out, and it's a very intense scene because they want to, you know, make that move. One of the guys wants to make the move and just, you know, try to just rob them, you know, and go off with bullets flying everywhere, smoke and bullets and that kind of thing, and it's just very intense. And there's this assistant of his that's just blowing up firecrackers, and, you know, it was, I seen it in the theater, and the music in the background and just the whole scene that was set up, it was just mind-blowing. And so you cannot leave that film not thinking about the music on it. And so when I seen this on vinyl, I was just like, wow, I gotta have that. And of course I got the film too. And so I think with, you know, I collect a lot of soundtracks, but I also like to get the film that accompanies it, or the movie that, the soundtrack that accompanies a film, you know. And this is definitely, you know, worthy of, I could just watch it over and over again, you know. It's one of those movies you never get really tired or sick of, you know. And so to wrap it up, this is a definite, you know, vinyl to have spinning of a soundtrack. And like I said earlier, it's unfortunate they don't have volume 2. It's only on CD. They have, you know, a lot of films that have volume 1 and 2, like Dazed and Confused. They have, to vinyl sets, Dead Presidents, which I have. I've got a volume 1 and volume 2. We're waiting for the Boogie Nights, so that's all I got for you guys today. I'll check you out on the next video. If you like the content here, subscribe and leave a comment, your thoughts on Boogie Nights if you've seen the film or the music on Boogie Nights, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.